Welcome to episode 84 of Online Marketing Lessons. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, rapidboostmarketing.com. Today we are talking about millennials, like how you can basically reach out to millennials. Now, a very interesting stat is that, millennials are also tackling parenting very differently than the previous generations before them. If you see a millennial dad, he might be cooking at home. He might be doing a lot of chores and a lot of things at home, which traditionally were done by the moms. You will also see that the moms are also taking non-traditional roles which were supposed to be just done by dad. Things building something in the home, also things like going outside home and working out. So whole idea is that millennial parents are also very different like millennials than their previous generations, right? Very interesting stat which exists out there that millennial dads look for more information to learn more about parenting and DIY stuff than millennial moms on how to bring up their kids. Although traditionally it was always that moms are looking after the kids and dads are not actually involved. So it's a very interesting shift from the behavior of millennial parents. And also what millennials have very different than previous generations, then millennial parents are also a good friends with their children. 8 out of 10 millennial parents say that their kid is one of their best friend. But if you take it to Gen Y or Gen X, a lot of the parenting was done on fear. So the relationship between millennial parents and millennial kids is even stronger than the previous generation. So that's very interesting stat, right? We also know that millennials care about preserving a sense of self as they face parenthood. So what does that mean? That millennials parents are actually involved in dance classes. They are actually involved in a lot of different activities, unlike Gen Xers. So if you really want to reach out to millennials, digital media, basically using YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and search engines are one of the best ways to reach out to them. What I have done in the show notes, I have some data points which was taken from a Google study done earlier this year about millennials and millennial parents, and it's very crazy. Sometimes you don't even find a difference between a millennial kid and a millennial parent, because both of them are on Snapchat, both of them are actually watching YouTube, both of them have a smartphone, smartwatch, and all the other techie stuff. So the notion that just millennials are using technology no longer is valid. Millennial parents are also very much like millennials. And if you engage the millennial parents, you have a very good chance of actually enrolling the millennials too. And what? In this day and age, you cannot afford to overlook the parents of basically millennial generation, right? And we know that what does the parents want? If they are shopping for let's say chicken, milk, apple, paper towels, and a lot of consumer products, right? They want convenience. They want something like subscription or autofill kind of a service which your business can provide. So think about ways that you can basically streamline and automate your services and products, and that's what millennials are looking in the front. They're looking for convenience. They're looking for saving their time and energy. They are okay with paying a premium, and this is the example I'm going to give it to you from Amazon, that Amazon Prime and a lot of a next day delivery which Amazon does, and in some countries Amazon is doing it a same day delivery service. It's not the cheapest service out there. It's actually good quality, good service, and right on time. So convenience is over basically trumping the price. And a lot of businesses actually pay attention to the price, and they say, hey, you know what, we cannot compete against that, we cannot compete against that person. But focus on your service and convenience, and genuinely add the experience in your whole process of buying. You will going to win the millennials and millennial parents. Go and check out, there's a couple of infographics and couple of data points I've added in the show notes, which you can access at rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. I'm your host Ali Salman, and I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early in episode 85 of Online Marketing Lessons. This podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing. Have a good day, make it count, bye bye.